Hello everyone and welcome to Vibes on Vibes. So this is another episode of Vibes on Vibes inside the Gallery Studio, and we are here to have a conversation with another industry expert. So I am your host, Magnus. Ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy Dery, Napoleon. You can call me Uncle N, and I am a media personality, an event organizer as well, and of course, anything you can think of. And we are here, to have a chit chat and to reconnect with everything concerning the Upper West entertainment industry, and how we can become the best out of it. So you're welcome, Mr. Napoleon. Charlie, thank you. Hope you are doing well. Yeah. You do your brother and Brandy, Yeah, sure. Rena GH, this is a special package from my brother, so I definitely coming on here. I have to represent Renat as well. When you are coming to the gallery is like a whole different brand. Renat is also a whole different brand, and when you think of the gallery, you must think of Rena GH. So it was just perfect. I put on Renat. Something from Renat and come through to the gallery. And so how does it feel like coming to be interviewed this and that? You've been interviewing people, right? Yeah. You're coming to be interviewed today. How does it feel? It's quite. I must say this is the first time I'm actually doing this because hardly do I really, turn up for majority of this kind of conversations. It took a lot of So actually, I'm glad. I'm super excited. I'm here, and I'm definitely. We hope we make the best out of this conversation. Yeah. So let's go into our industry, right? So we are an industry expert, and we are also an event organizer. How does it feel like to be one industry expert? Well, to be an industry personality in the Upper West region, Charlie, is I would say it's not easy. Because sometimes your expectations and the things you want and how you want things to be done and maybe probably where we want to see ourselves, is I don't know how to put it, but it's not easy. It's quite challenging, but once this is home and we are always here, we are focused on making sure that we don't give up on the industry, to make sure that things get better for us, so that wherever we want to see ourselves, we try as much as possible and get ourselves there. So, since you're an event organizer, I'm also an event organizer. What if you know how your first event went? Like how did it flop? Did you get you didn't get the expectation you expected, or the number of people you expected you also turn out like the way you wanted? Our first event. That's All Black Affair. I really didn't want that right. Oh, okay, nice. I didn't say it was a flop. It was a massive, for me it was a massive success. Because it was, will I say the first time someone was, putting an event, like let's say an outdoor event from a very far place from town, which is our First and Last Gardens. Let me say a big shout out going out to Cube Events. I don't know, maybe probably if you've met Salem Fatboy, because at that time we were cool. So you guys have a beef? No, we don't have a beef. You say you're cool. We're cool. We don't have a beef, but we are no longer partners. Like we were at that time, we were cool, and we decided to put our head together to make it happen. And for me, for a first timer, I saw it to be a success, and everything went on well, and it was just massive. The people came out in their numbers, supported, and it was lovely. The atmosphere was fun. As much as some expectations were not met, but it was just on point. We are still moving on. Yeah. So talking about the event organization, what's the advantages and disadvantages of going to that field? There are so many. Let's tackle the advantages first. Like we hosting our first event at First and Last. We had a very big space where we could explore when it comes to setup and other stuff that will, let people come through and experience. And all the people that came through, when they came, they really enjoyed the space, and they really explored it. Of course, they had mad fun. But then, that I would say is the number one advantage. But when we get into the disadvantage, the distance, it was a distance for the people. And you realize that was the first time people were getting to experience an outdoor event, because previously we were used to the clubs. So coming through to First and Last for the first time, a lot of people were a little bit shy, because majority of them, when they come through, they want to dance, they want to hide in some corner and do whatever they can do, reconnecting. But I think coming through to First and Last was, because it was far, majority of the people were reluctant, to come in. So I think that was also one of the major challenges that really, made people to feel reluctant to turn up. Yeah.
So, we direct into the music industry. Talking about music industry, Upper West music is like, it's forsaken. Let me put that, because it's like whatever artists are doing it remains within the region. It doesn't go outside Upper West region. Even if it goes as far, the highest place you can get is Bamboy. Yeah. So how does it feel like being an industry player and then being an influencer, a social media influencer, and also being a radio personality? How does it feel like trying to put someone at the globe and the person doesn't appreciate your effort?
Well, I wouldn't say they don't appreciate. The thing is, people sometimes want to appreciate you in their own way, but majority of them don't know how to go about it. And one thing about me is, I don't expect too much from people. And as much as we are trying our possible best to make our music industry to go global or to take over Ghana, so that people will know that we have great talent doing their own thing in the Upper West region. One of our biggest challenges, I would say, is, issue of funding. That has been our major challenge.
That means Upper West music industry is lacking investors.
Yes, it's lacking the investors. And the reason why we are lacking the investors is not that we don't have people who have got money.
But then my conversation with few of them, they are like, they have the view that they want to be independent. By so doing, they have to be alone. That's the meaning of independent. If you want to be an independent artist, that means someone won't like to invest into you.
Sure.
And they're always open to, when they go for radio interviews or programs, they'll be like, I want to be an independent artist. Look at let's look at King Paluta and the likes. You understand? Who is an independent artist in Ghana? Kwesiata and Go. You want to be like them, independent artists. That's what they keep, but they're always forgetting that there's something that is holding them at the back. That's
sure.
Understand?
People are really putting in the money, but over here, I will usually when I meet with friends, the only thing I tell them that, brothers, like the thing is like our major challenge is, the poverty. For me, I keep emphasizing on this poverty thing. Majority of the time people argue with me, I tell them it's poverty. And secondly, we are also lacking the attraction, because everywhere, if it is attractive, people will definitely want to put in their money. But once we are facing the biggest challenge with these two that I think of, until we are able to find our way towards making our industry so attractive to a lot of people.
Do you feel
like continue to have that challenge?
Music is not all about being to music, but it's also like a part-time work. Do you feel like, because most of the artists,
I don't think music is part-time.
Okay, I know some people do
full-time business.
But let me, I'm putting in a certain corner, like position. Okay. See, like most of our artists here, most of them don't have proper work or proper job that is paying off. You know, to do music. Music is not only about going to the studio to record. Yeah. It's about how your lifestyle, what you eat, the people you interact with. You understand? That makes your craft what it is. Sure. But most of them most of them are not really that. Should I say? Excuse me to use the word educative. They are just used to one style rap or one style music style they go by. You understand? Do you feel like that one too is also a loophole that is making Upper West music not going to the top?
I wouldn't want to blame it on that tangent, because everyone has got his or her style, but then it also boils down to the sounds, the kind of sounds we are channeling out. You realize that when Amapiano came, Sarkodie is a rapper, alright, but he featured, some one or two guys. His song with this guy from Nigeria. Thank you, Zlatan. You realize that he as a rapper, he tried to do his own thing on how Zlatan usually vibes, to music, and it worked perfectly for him. So it boils down to the sound. One thing I keep telling our boys in this region is they don't always want to explore new sounds. And it is important we explore new sounds. Just when Amapiano came through, majority of the boys were sleeping on it. By that time, if they had also joined in the vibe, there's no way a DJ or a media personality from the Upper West region will be playing Amapiano sounds and will not want to chip in a song made in Upper West, which is of Amapiano sound. So I think that was what we were lacking, or that is what we are lacking.
So should we say it's a fault from the producers, or they are addressing their producers?
Well, it is
the producers can equally question you, or kind of like tell you, oh, bro, this is what is trending, something like that. There was this interview I did here, that was just the last interview before. I still did the link this morning.
Sure.
See, the guy said he doesn't follow trend, and he currently is on break with music, and he's coming back, and he said it comes back hard. I don't know what they mean by that, but to me, I feel like going off music, you should be able to learn.
Yeah.
But most of them are always kind of like, they go off from music with the excuse that they're going off and they're coming back hard with their own sound. Understand? But to me, I feel like the producers should be able to caution them that, bro, you're coming back to music, you can't like this style, or you should be able to train your voice before you come back. Understand? I have this guy, kind of like, I don't know if we can interview. The guy, he's back at the time, I knew him, his voice was kind of like, oh, Charlie, listen, now my voice too sweet, yeah, but now his voice is like, he came out a different style, the voice sounds different. You see, so I feel like if our artists can be trained with voice, it will be of good help.
It's also another challenge. Our boys are not ready to learn. The music business is like a very big world. You need to learn, you need to explore, you need to listen, and that is one thing they are not willing to do. And one thing is they are not also surrounded by people who are creative thinkers. So with that, to add up, another major challenge to, like you are saying, is our producers. Our producers themselves, they are not also ready to challenge this boy, because sometimes when someone comes to your studio and the person is not good, instead of telling the person that, Charlie, my brother, the thing you do, hope no day, I beg you, let's do one this way, let's do one that way.
They come after you.
No, but they are just focused on making the money because they feel they have to pay bills. You understand? That's why usually, let me say a very big shout going out to John Garrett, that's the CEO of the gallery. Usually when you reach out to him and you say, like, we want to work, he shares his ideas with you. Then you also what? You also look at what you are about to do. Then when you listen, it goes perfectly well for you. And there are a lot of creative guys like that. But within our space, we don't take advantage of people. Like you realize that, oh, this guy is good at this. When I want to do this, why don't I consult him so that he will, even as a producer, sometimes you can decide to, maybe if you want, let's say Cypher comes to you that I want to do a new song, you can decide to call someone and they're like, Charlie, this guy comes and we do a new song. What do you think? We can come through to this. Let's share ideas on how you can go about it. Well, we know all the creative people, but the thing is, we are not ready to explore each other. You realize some time ago, Sarkodie said something that he got into Nigeria to record a song, and the number of people he saw in the studio, he was like surprised. And like they were different people from different backgrounds, and they were giving some different energy and contribution to the song, made the song already a hit. So that's one thing we don't do.
I don't know. It's like I don't know if it's Chris beat or who does this. When he produces a beat, he allows someone to come and play the piano or the guitar.
Yeah.
And come and contribute to the beat production.
That's what majority of them do.
I've them off.
I've had the opportunity to experience Lazio beats in Accra. Produce a song for someone. When it was time, like you are saying, when it was time to play, the guitar, they got one of the best guitarists in Accra, and he came through to play the guitar. When it was time to play the piano, probably he knows how to play the piano, but he needed some feel. He called someone, and the person came through and played the piano. Sometimes he might be good with mixes, but you realize that, no, this one, let's say Zach Mallet will be good, or Apietus will be good. So let me give it to Apietus. But it's one problem or one of our major challenge in our city or in our region is we don't want to share ideas. We don't want to reach out to people. And I think it's maybe probably we are afraid of giving out credit.
But don't you think this kind of like, we are blaming the producers, right? Don't you think they're also lacking equipment? People can also kind of like...
It's not about equipment. Right?
Because looking at, there's this guy, Fuji, you see, the guy produces nice beats. But to me, I feel like he doesn't have all the, let's say, the studio equipment that can make
it's
it.
Not the equipment.
So, okay, defend what you're saying.
It's not
I feel like they're also lacking some stuff. That's why it's also giving them loopholes.
No.
And they're also used to the, should I say, sampling of the beat instead of creating their own beat.
Yeah.
Understand? Don't you think it's also a factor?
It's not equipment. The thing is, they are not learning. They are not exploring. That is just it. You see, this is what when you are passionate about something, you have to go all out for it. You have to make sure that you go deep. See, let me use myself for example. When we have any other events coming up, I can yes, just like the Afro December. I can spend like a month exploring all the events in Ghana. I'm in the Upper West region, but sometimes I have to make sure I stay late and watch most of the biggest events that they are doing in Accra.
Same here. Before I even do I have a house party coming up next year, January, February rather. So I'm just kind of like still exploring the kind of house parties that are available, and I'm still looking for an apartment that has a pool crowd. I'm not getting.
And that is why we in our generation we're even blessed with pool. So you can just go on there, ask any question, and you'll be answered.
Even TikTok stuff right now, TikTok fascinating.
Thank you. You see, so it's like that's what I keep saying. We are there are a lot of challenges, but pretty much always hopeful that as time goes on, things will begin to change. Then gradually we get to understand. One of the major things. The last time I think we had an opportunity to hang out with Rap 2. He was celebrating his birthday, and Dongara made a very important point. He said we don't connect, and that's our major challenge. Because if we connect, we wouldn't, be facing a lot of. Because ever since he made that statement, I realized, Charlie, this thing is true. We are not really.
So this is happening in Accra. This kind of like content creators events. I don't know if you see it.
Yeah,
where Sheldon and Go all came together. See, Upper West, you should start something like that. You should stop the differences. Oh, this is my guy.
The thing is, that's what I say. The challenge is there. If we want to talk about it, the thing is, we'll keep on. So usually, when I step out and I just write no, people will go like, but what I do. But there are a whole lot of challenges around our industry that I'm hoping that, like if I'm having just like the way I mentioned, let's say Cube events, someone will go like, no. We have our differences, but then for whatsoever impact or for whatsoever vibe I had with him, that one is in the past. But moving forward, we might not or never work together. But that doesn't mean that maybe when there is a need for us to connect somewhere, we cannot connect. If it is work, we just work and move. So for me, I think it's one thing we have to learn with this.
With all the challenges right now we've mentioned online, what's the way forward to solving them?
For me, one of the biggest way forward for me, I always tell my people, is we should find ways and means to make the industry attractive. That is just all. For me now, I don't want to. I think we've moved. Last year till the middle of this year, I was complaining every day on social media. Yeah, I was complaining. I was tagging people, to the extent that I had issues even I'm still having those issues because people felt like my outburst was personal. It wasn't personal, but for the growth and development. So for me, moving on, I've also decided, I've told myself that whatsoever the challenges, I'm done complaining. Now it's time to put in the work.
You can't be there, you have to complain.
No, the complaints are over.
You have to complain.
No, the reason why I'm saying the complaints are over is we are moving on. All the complaints I've outlined there. Now let's look at the solutions. What can I do? So now I'm going to focus, okay, my events. What? Last, maybe a couple of years back, people shared some ideas with me. I also have some ideas, some complaints, the criticism, and all those stuff. Those are the stuff we are taking into consideration, and we are working to make sure things move forward for all of us. So now, one of my major challenges is how do we make the industry attractive for an investor? Because it's not about me. I know if majority of our artists are eating, I will eat. If they are not eating, I will eat.
Yeah.
And as creative people, if we don't have a center of attraction, it will be very, very, very difficult for us to, earn in the cash. Because just like when they are signing, what's the name, a big person, let's say recently they signed Francis Gadam to a new energy vehicle. So he's not the only one benefiting. His team members are benefiting. Sure. When they get money and they bring it to Tamale, they will come and if like say I was in Tamale selling bread, like they will come and buy bread or something like that.
The guys, he sells bread.
So, but unfortunately, we are not looking at that point because we have to look at how do we make the industry attractive, because once it's attractive, we'll take away the poverty. When we take away the poverty, we are just done. And that is what, you see the Nigerians, that is what they are doing. They don't complain, they just make the music and they just find ways and means to what? To make the industry attractive. When you come and you want to date them, they won't mind you. And that is what we are not doing over here. And it's not just in that power street, it's the whole Ghana. That kind of energy, is just the whole Ghana.
I feel like why people are used to say, you're an artist, I'm also an artist. Your fans are glued to you, and my fans are only glued to me. It shouldn't be that way, it should be like universal.
Yeah.
Whatever it is with you, it should also come to me.
And the thing of fan base, I think we have to take it off. The fan base thing. It's what is killing the Ghana music industry, the fan base vibe. So let's say Shatawale dropped an album. The Sarkodie Stonebwoy fans fold their arms. Stonebwoy dropped an album. The Sarkodie Shatawale fans fold their arms. Can promise. And you see, the people that are supposed to be benefiting, they are also in the way suffering from this carcass. Can promise, Black Sheriff, Kiddy, all those guys. Now, but if let's say we had a universal industry,
you're looking at the Asaka boys, you see Asaka boys. After there's a misunderstanding, and then
now it's like everything is a mess. Yeah. So that has been our biggest challenge in Ghana, and for me, I just hope that one day, one time, we just do away with them and see how we can grow to develop ourselves so that, because it's all about everyone benefiting. When we are all benefiting, we all enjoy. Like the American music industry. When you are bringing $1 million, they don't care about whoever don't care. I can be having issues with maybe probably your cameraman, but I will come and tap into your cameraman because I also want to tap into the $1 million. That is how they work in America. But over here, when someone is bringing $1 million, I will spoil your cameraman to you. Then you won't work with the cameraman again. Then at the end of the day, we all lose the money. And the industry loses. So you see our problem. Yeah. But if let's say I even have an issue with your cameraman, then Master, I forget and come to your cameraman, Master, the $1 million for Chop Song. What we go do? So you invest the $1 million. We also try and work hard. Then, if possible, you get 500,000 back in addition to the $1 million that you've invested. So the next time you want to bring $2 million. So that's why you realize that people are putting in money into the Ghana music scene, and even in the Upper West, they've tried, but they didn't get anything back. Very big shouts going out to Alaya Budi. At the time when Jamaica youth were there, they tried their possible best. They were supporting all the artists. But then we go out there and we feel like they are not doing anything. So let's imagine at the time they were investing, we look at, how he is investing. Why don't we tell him to, let's say, allocate 10, let's say 100,000 Ghana cedis. Then we tell him that with the 100,000 Ghana cedis that he has invested into the music industry, we can get him back 200,000 Ghana cedis. So that it will be lucrative. But majority of us were not sharing, or maybe probably the people that sharing were not sharing the ideas with him. So at the point he also got fed up because he was putting in the money. There was nothing in return. And then as much as there was nothing in return, we were not also appreciating what he was doing for the industry. So we realized that now the industry is dormant. Our boys are not, getting in the money, they are not doing the shows. No one is let's look at the creative industry, the dancers, even our movie industry is shouts to get a video. I think he's now holding it down small. But the rest is just 0.00. So we are just hoping that things get better for us.
So is there hope for this music industry in Upper West region?
Yeah, there's hope. Like I said earlier, when we find the center of attraction, we are done.
So right now I can see we are just
we are just going around, just when we just get it going and when we are able to kill that poverty spirit and we just get that we work together as people, we share ideas, explore new sound. Like you mentioned, Fuji is someone most of these artists they are supposed to be running to. Some big shouts going out to Wizzy Beats. Wizzy Beats is also another guy who is very
released me before.
Yeah, sure. He's also very good. No disrespect to the Cobras, the Gali and how can I forget? Freddy Skills. Notice these guys are amazing people. They are experienced people. You understand? But they are supposed to be the big guys. They are supposed to be the challenging mouthpiece to the industry where the majority of the people can come and explore. But unfortunately, I always tell when I get the opportunity, I tell people that they are not willing to push. So at the end of the day, we are stuck. But if they are willing to push to explore new sound, Charlie, the industry will be so attractive. Then people will push in money and we will all benefit. But unfortunately, it's one-sided. So it's now the Wizzy Beats, the Fujis, they are trying their possible best to, explore the new sounds for, all of us too. Because majority of the time you go to events, you play music from the Upper West region. And
he has produced this guy before, my friend, Mbizo.
Oh, okay.
Is it Extra? No, Chillings. Charlie, that's something. Check him out.
Okay. You play any song from the region and people are complaining. But there's a deliberate attempt where we have to just say we are doing Upper West music 100%. See, our boys are so talented. No two ways about that. The boys are so talented. We are so much like creativity. We are 100%. Look at Samini. Look at the guy who shot Ofeichon music video, the one who recently shot Ganani's music video. I forgot his name. He's in Accra. He's also from the Upper West region. There are a lot of creative people. That means that the Upper West region is well endowed with creativity. And look at all of us here.
Yeah, I'm also from Upper West. I'm not listening.
And there are people who are from the Upper West region. Look at is it something Mason, the perfume guy. Mabanzi, thank you very much. The perfume guy. Yesterday I was on TikTok when I saw a lady visit his, shopping at Accra. Look at Sam Amuni and all those guys. Haja for real and cool. So to tell you that the Upper West region, the Upper West region is full of we are totally good.
It's really good.
My brother, we are totally gifted, 100%. So it's now left on to us to just say we should be deliberate about how we push our creative people so that we can all. The major thing is let's all benefit. That's always my see. Fadilan is filling stadiums now. He's doing whatever he's doing. And sometimes I ask myself, what is happening to our boys?
I feel like some artists, I'll not mention names, but some artists are claiming supremacy over others. That's what it's making.
No, that one is normal. It's normal for them to.
It's too much. It's becoming to the norm. When you see somebody that just entered into music today, you'll be like, he's claiming supremacy. Let me just put it. I don't want to go by the rest of it. Some people relate to it. That is claiming supremacy, like they are bigger than the others. But just entered into music just yesterday, they are claiming supremacy.
That's how they
about it. So you are just join just come. You should just tap maybe raise you.
That sheriff, see what?
Well, it's also one thing. It's also one thing. Always respect those people who are like always ahead of you. It is very, very important. Because when you accord them that respect and you appreciate what they've done, you get to realize that you also have more to do. And moreover, you also have more to learn.
So when I listen to records, his kind of style of music, he really forces for a region. But he's not getting that numbers like the way he should be getting.
No, for now,
because if you check, like he's getting the numbers, but the numbers are not pushing him out like so fast. Because by now should have been somewhere different, not within the region, and people will disturbing him.
But one thing is, the thing is, one thing with investors, when Xylophone came, Xylophone saw all the readings, but their three main offices were in Accra, Kumasi, and Tamale. So the question is, what do we have to do to also attract investors into the region? That is what we have to look at. We shouldn't compel ourselves like we want to move out of the region, out of the region.
I'm not saying he should move out, but his craft should be at the top there.
When the craft is attractive here, music is it's now a global thing. When you put it is possible. But then one thing is when you don't have a group of people overhailing you, it is hard for you to get other people elsewhere to hail you.
So how do we collectively grow as the music industry?
As the music collectively, we just have to keep working, and we have to, stop, disrespecting other people's work. No matter, what someone is doing, if you feel what they are doing is not right, look for them, talk to them. Share your ideas with them, share your opinions with them. We should stop, downgrading each other. Especially, like I said, I've done my part on social media in the past years. I just feel like it's over now. It's now time for me to really think and go, what should I do so that we all move forward? So when I see your stuff, the little I can do is to click the share button and share it. When I feel it's not my way, when I meet you one-on-one, we can share ideas and I can tell you next time if you want to do it that way. Coming on social media to downgrade you or to disrespect or to make people feel like, I know in this level, it doesn't really make sense any longer. It's all about even if it is bad, you can make it attractive to someone. It's just like, Stoneboy's new album. There's this song on it, Shine. Shine, I listened to Shine and it's like one of the best songs I've heard in a while in Africa. I'm a piano feel and all that. But because it's Stoneboy, because it's from Ghana, the song is supposed to take over Africa, but unfortunately, it's like we Ghanaians are still down into it. But if it was the Davido, that song is like a global hit already. Just the beat. So, and it's because of the way we keep tarnishing our image on social media. So we make ourselves less attractive to others. For me, I think it's time we just focus on say something good about the person. If you don't have anything good to say about the person, relax. When you meet them, you criticize them, you tell them, and you move. So that is, for me, that is a little, thing I can say concerning how we can,
So do you think we are at the top, or we are still, should I say, I don't want to put it in the middle, but kind of like, do you think we are at the top, or we are still lacking behind?
For now, I wouldn't say we are lacking behind. We are just in between. And I wouldn't say we are at the top too. We are just in between. It's just when we find our spot and we click on that spot and we fire, we will definitely move. Because I keep telling people that we have everything. we just have everything that will make sure that we send the region to the next level. And once we find that spot, we are good to go. So for now, I think we are just in the middle, and we are hoping that things will get better so that we find that spot and move to the top.
So any last words to your friends or the loved ones out there?
Actually, for them, they already know the vibe. They already know the energy already. So they should just keep supporting and, keep pushing the Upper West, anything Upper West. Anything Upper, when they just hear Upper West, they should be passionate about it. They should be passionate about the region. When the region grows, it's not about us. You see this, I wish the cameraman would pan to this girl's picture. I'm looking at the picture and in future, this picture could make about $100 million. Maybe at the time she's 20 years or she's, let's say, 30 years. So when we start now and we decide or want to make, things change, we have to just start now and move to the top. So let's just be passionate about the region and help ourselves grow. So that's the only thing I can, tell my people out there. And, let's be good. Let's be deliberate about ourselves. Let's support ourselves. When we are Magnus is doing this, because Magnus is from Upper West region, I'll be part of it. Whether
So guys, subscribe to us. Subscribe.
Yes. Once we just have if it is Upper West, let's go all out. People from elsewhere will begin to ask, what's Upper West next? What I did was But if you want to fold our arms and say, okay, this boy is not in my camp, this person is not in my list, we'll suffer, then we'll die, and they will bury us.
See this podcast we're doing right now. One day, it will be most of the videos are shooting within a region.
Yeah.
It will be shown somewhere,
Sure.
not within our region again, but within Takrady or outside Takrady.
Yeah.
But most of them are not seeing it that way, they're seeing the other way around. Yeah, before we go, I'd like you to talk a little bit about the Afro-Design and the upcoming program.
Yeah.
Because I want to turn a free ticket for you.
Sure. You just, Afro December, this year, we decided to make Afro December, an open one, it's free. The reason why it's free is because throughout this year, there have been major challenges in the region, from, the killings, and that also, in one way or the other, affected a lot of businesses, and especially, things are very hard for the youth out there. Yes, you realize that we were supposed to even host another hangout, but we cancelled it because of some of those challenges. So moving forward as a team, big shout outs to the team at Hope Dreams Ideas. We just sat down and we just thought, okay, Charlie, why don't we just make it an open one where we could let people come, and also as a team or as an event house, we take that as an opportunity to say thank you. To the people who are always coming out for us. It's not easy, to dig your hand into your pocket and just say, I'm attending this guy's event. People do that, and we feel like with that sacrifices, not just people who also watch from afar, people who also, sit down and just share our flyer. People who, even after all our event, they just big us up and say, oh, you guys are doing amazing, Charlie. Let's come out, connect. And one of the major important things I always tell people, you see, when you are going out or when you step out, you just don't go to over-drink or over-smoke or overdo whatever you are going out there to do. You have to go out there and connect with somebody. Connect. You might go there and see.
I'm not about that position.
No, it's not tight. I want to use someone for example. Maybe probably there's this big person from London. Some time ago, I went out. And when I went out, I met this person and I was introduced to the person. And trust me, it was a good introduction. Until now, the vibe is it's great. That day, I keep asking myself, that day, if I slept home, I wouldn't have met that person. When I had an issue, I had one particular issue I was supposed to solve in Accra. I just picked up the phone. I didn't even call the person. I just, good morning, said, oh yeah, how are you? Said, please, oh, no problem, let me call this person. And they sorted it out for me.
Connection.
So sometimes when you step out there, just like George Breton,
That's protocol.
it's no protocol, it's connect. That's why George Breton will tell you that he is rich in connect. But physically, you might not see him with money or something like that. He's rich in connect because one day he decided to take Camilo from Accra to Portugal to go and perform on the Afro Nation stage. And that boosted Camilo's sugarcane music, to a whole new different level. So you have to connect. So when people are always going out to connect, go and make friends, go and release stress and just have a good time and come back home and sleep and thank God and you are done. That is what life is all about. So we just have to keep living it. So this year's Afro December will be free, to the general public. Just come out there, let's have fun, let's say thank you to you, and let's usher ourselves and keep on living life.
So it was nice having you around this time.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much, for having me.
It's fun.
Yeah, it's been amazing having, a very, good conversation like this, and wish you guys all the best, and hope to see more of you guys as well.
So guys, if you like this video, don't forget to like, subscribe and share, and also recommend a friend to be here with us. I sign out. I am your host, Magnus.